What local business was hiding something sinister? I went in for a massage and woke up 3 hours later with my memory gone. The spa therapist, the same girl who'd seemed so friendly when I walked in, told me I had fallen asleep and waved goodbye like everything was fine. I just stood there staring at the extra charge on my credit card, feeling sick to my stomach. I checked my phone and saw the time read 5 p.m. when my appointment was at 2. I stumbled out to the parking lot with my heart pounding and sat in my car scrolling through the 20 panicked messages from my friend. I pulled down my shirt collar, and that's when I saw a weird bruise on my shoulder. It looked fresh. My friend texted again, this time in all caps saying, "Girl, something is not okay." I agreed and rushed my car to urgent care at the hospital. The doctor gave me a very skeptical look when I explained what happened, but I insisted on running the tests. Sure enough, when the toxicology report came back 2 days later, I tested positive for a strong sedative called midazolam. I stared at it for hours and couldn't stop my hands from shaking. Did they actually sedate me? What did they do to me while I was sedated? It was like something clicked in my brain and I remembered a drink of water they had offered me before I went under, but I had no idea if that was it. So I went digging through public health complaints and legal filings at the local courthouse, hoping to find someone who could tell me I wasn't just crazy, and I did find that someone. Ava was a former employee at the place, and she had filed several complaints, but none of them seemed to get anywhere. When I contacted her and asked for the full story, she hesitated but eventually told me that she knew everything that went down. I was desperate and signed an NDA for 10 years, but if they are still doing it, then that means I can't just sit back and watch anymore. Turns out the therapists weren't just slipping stuff into the drinks they offered before massages, but they also mixed the sedative into the lotions they used. It was all to keep people under longer and charge them for services they never remembered agreeing to. She even showed me a grainy video she had captured with her phone of them laughing once the customer went under. Then Ava told me about another customer just like me who had tried to bring criminal charges against the place. She wasn't able to prove that the sedative came from them specifically and lost. Then the parlor sued her for defamation and took everything she had. That was the day I quit and stepped away. I felt sick again, but also strangely determined. We decided to do something big, something that they couldn't just sweep under the rug. I went in for another toxicology screen to make sure I was clean, and then went in for another massage at the same place. I walked in all excited and asked for 30 minutes to relax my muscles. The receptionist recognized me, and I noticed her pressing a button under the desk. I happily drank the glass of lemonade they offered, and when I woke up 2 hours later, I went straight to the doctor's office. I got tested again, and this time it was clear as day. I had 2 reports in my hand, one from before I went in for the massage and one after coming out, with the second one showing positive results. Ava, me, and a few of my friends picked a Saturday afternoon during peak hours. We burst through the doors fast and started handing out copies of my talk screen to every customer, explaining exactly what happened to me. Ava connected her phone to their lobby TV and started streaming the video she had taken. The receptionist stood up in shock and lunged desperately to unplug the TV, but I kicked her shin and stopped her. Customers jumped to their feet and stormed out. I saw blue lights through the front window, and soon police officers were pushing through the doors, arresting everybody. They cuffed all the therapists and the receptionist, who kept crying and saying she had nothing to do with it. Health inspectors arrived the next day and taped big red signs across the entrance. During the court case, a judge threw out Ava's NDA considering the circumstances and made her confess to everything. She got immunity for outing the illegal practice, but the others weren't so lucky. The owner of the parlor went to prison for 25 years, with the receptionist getting 8 years and the therapist getting 10. A month later, I drove past the place and it had already been replaced by a hair salon, one that advertised no secrecy.